This is going to be one of the best places for Mexican fans to cheer on their team.
Diego Hidalgo and Stephen Dyer should know this Mexican restaurant on St. Clair is one of dozens of spots around the city they've checked out for the World Cup.
People who aren't even Mexican want to come here because they have great food, authentic, and the Mexican fans come here all the time. So you get a real World Cup experience.
Short of being in Brazil, their goal is to make Toronto the best place to watch the World Cup.
We want to recommend to the people the best places in Toronto to watch the World Cup, which restaurants, which bars, where the team's fans will be.
And they've plotted it all out right here on their website called Minute 90 with a map, info, and the full tournament game schedule. And through social media, they have an interactive way for fans to share their own World Cup experiences.
We're documenting everything we can, and we're just encouraging people to share their material with us as much as possible to make Toronto the best city in the world to watch the World Cup.
And with the help of crowdsourcing, all that material will be used to produce a documentary about the beautiful game in Canada's biggest city.
We're trying to tell the story of Toronto via the World Cup and via football, because it's this one event that engages people from so many cultures and so many different places and backgrounds that it enables us to really tell the story of how Torontonians feel proud about their backgrounds, but they also feel proud about the place where they live.
And if Toronto's excitement in past World Cups is any indicator, there will be no shortage of fervor for them to capture.
So a lot of people don't know that Toronto is so diverse and so multicultural and so inclusive. So you go to different places of the city and you see this national pride. We think that's something worth capturing, worth documenting, and worth sharing with the world.
That's why they include both well-known and not so well-known places around town, including the Piper's Pub and Grill. Although it's just a few doors down from Corso Italia, it's where England's fans plan to set up shop.
As we have the Little Italies and Little Portugals and Chinatown, etc. in the city with such a multinational place, I just thought we'd have a little England, if you would, right here on St. Clair.
Not the traditional spot for Team England supporters to gather, which is why Piper's made the list.
And it'll be the atmosphere, the music, we have entertainment planned, there's going to be all different anthems to get people pumped, prize giveaways, obviously it will be decked out in the England colours, and yeah, just a whole lot of Brits all together and taking part in this beautiful World Cup.
And that, Diego Hidalgo says, is the beauty of watching the beautiful game in Toronto.
I'm really grateful for being here, because if I would be in another place, I might not be able to, you know, proudly display my Ecuadorian flag in my car, and yet here, that's appreciated. You can watch a game with somebody from another country and there's passion, there's rivalry, but there's also brotherhood and friendship.
An unrivaled collective passion is the fuel behind the Minute 90 project. Diego recalls the day his home country, Ecuador, qualified for the World Cup for the first time.
I remember exactly where I was in the stadium with all my friends. Nobody was in school. Not one person. People didn't go to work. People were on the streets, maybe the next day and the next day after that. I was crying in the stadium. I couldn't believe it.
And for Stephen, the anticipation has him practically bursting at the seams.
And if Costa Rica scores a goal, I will celebrate it like they won the entire World Cup. We're against Italy, England, and Uruguay. Probably the toughest group, but if we make it to the next round, people don't think we will, but if we do, that'll be the happiest day of my life. It's actually
and having a replica World Cup trophy in hand couldn't hurt either.
This is, for us, it's probably as close as we're gonna get to the World Cup in our lives.
But it feels very real, so